We see the importance of multidisciplinary care within our group, and surgeons are just so valuable. We hope to expand our surgeons because they provide such a wealth of perspective as physician colleagues, as well as it's nice to be able to refer our patients to your partner. Thus, surgery will continue to grow in terms of their influence and presence within the U.S. Oncology Network.
There's a cadence to each of these initiatives that requires networking, coordination, escalating efforts. And so we rely on our surgical teams to accomplish our goals through these conversations. There have been numerous meetings that were required between our VP of Surgery, our Surgical Medical Director, our industry partner, USON Payer Relations, and the Director for Research and Pharmacy, just naming a few of the key players. And so you can imagine how difficult it is to garner the time and the resources from these individuals and departments. I believe our surgical teams can offer the leadership, guidance, and strategy to align our resources to enact meaningful change at a network level to capitalize on these opportunities of having embedded breast surgeons.
From the very beginning, once this surgeon approached us and we wanted to pursue potentially bringing them into the practice, we met with Eve. She met with my practice president as well as myself and discussed, what does that look like to have a surgeon in the practice? How does that work in other practices within the network? We knew nothing about having surgeons. We'd been a med-onc only practice for 30 years. And she was able to guide us in, questions we needed to ask the surgeon, information that we needed to gather, and really help us vision how this was going to work within our practice.
We had been getting requests from a particular specialty in our practice of wanting to hire an APP. And I think what the surgical team was able to offer us is a perspective of data and metrics throughout the network, so that we weren't really just looking at our own docs' desire or feeling that they were ready for an APP. I think the network, one of the real perks of being part of the network is that they do have a much broader perspective, and they can gather data from other practices and give us a sense of kind of where we're at.
The recommendations, we looked at how we can retain our APPs in ways of having flexible schedules. How could we get our APPs to engage better and offer better support to them as they continue within their work?
The U.S. Oncology Network has respected fundamentally the patient-physician relationship. This is at the core tenet of what they believe in doing. But in the network, I'm part of a community that extends beyond my town, my city, my state, and even the country. I have the opportunity to collaborate with physicians all over the country, to think about problems on a national scale, and sometimes even on a global scale.